Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Coco Xlet, and I'll be reacting to 7 people who had plastic surgery versus 1 who has not. We're gonna just see how this goes, cause I don't know. Let's get started.
What's up, good humans? Ian here, the voiceover guy. It's a really weird time right now, but we hope you're staying safe and practicing social distancing. The safety of our cast and crew is of utmost priority, so everything you're seeing in the next couple of weeks, we already shot a couple of weeks ago, and we're also trying to shoot some things remotely now, so stay tuned. In the meanwhile, enjoy the episode.
What preconceived notions do you have when you meet someone who got plastic surgery? While some people are very comfortable to talk about their experience, for others it is still a taboo topic, as they're afraid to be judged by the society. As you watch this episode of Odd Men Out and Pick the Moon, think of what prior judgments inform your decision.
We brought together 8 people who got plastic surgery.
I 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 feel like I already know who it is, but let's continue.
I got plastic surgery.
One of them is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar is, this will
Oh,
cash
it
prize.
says 7 people who had plastic surgery and 1 who has not. Okay.
If the liar survives,
Never
they
mind.
win the entire prize.
That's gonna be harder, yeah.
Who is the odd man out?
It's
I feel like
definitely
we
gonna
should say
be
what
harder.
we had done, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rhinoplasty. Rhinoplasty.
I had buccal fat removal, and I also got lip fillers. When they would look at me, it was kind of like, okay, like they're like checking me out, like up and down the sea leg.
I've had moles removed, and I'm here to remove the moles.
I've had top surgery.
Is that
I had
considered
rhinoplasty.
plastic
Rhinoplasty.
surgery?
I had a few. I had rhinoplasty, laboplasty, and septoplasty.
Rhinoplasty is a form of plastic surgery on your nose. Very common ones include removing the dorsal hump, and other rhinoplasties are to remove nostrils or make the entire nose smaller.
How old was everybody when they got their stuff done?
Mine was 2 years ago. So
I was 18.
I was 14.
I was 19.
I was in middle school.
22.
24. 8
Middle
months ago.
school.
Yeah. It's pretty like superficial, but I felt like she just didn't have like the look.
He said that he got cheek surgery, and I had just never heard of the cheek surgery before.
All right, it's a 3-way tie. Green, Adelaide, Whisper, and Sage. So each person has 30 seconds to present their case.
I was really insecure about how I looked. I used to have chubby cheeks, and I had no lips at all. So it was just stuff that made me feel a lot better. And now I feel like I can actually hold my head up high. So it's stuff that I need, and also my line of work.
I'm a dancer and I was kicked in the face, so my septum shifted. So half of it was to shift my septum back so I could breathe properly. The other half was to remove a bump on my nose. It's still a very large nose, I'm very well aware of that, but it was because of breathing.
Yeah, so I have had precancerous screening since I was 10 years old because my dad died of melanoma skin cancer. So I have had some precancerous moles, and I've had them removed via plastic surgery because it can help reduce scarring.
What?
Thank you guys. Bye.
What?
Good
They
luck.
kicked-
I probably would have talked about my consultation a little bit more and the experience I had with my doctor and how he made me feel really comfortable.
So a couple people already did it, but I guess we could go around and say why we got the surgeries that we did.
Yeah, totally. Okay. Well, I was super insecure about my side profile. I had a dorsal hump, so I've always wanted a nose with a little slope.
I feel empowered. I feel like
All
the
these
Dimitri Bose
ads.
diagnosis loves every.
So I had rhinoplasty and septoplasty. It was mainly for breathing.
with Anna, it wasn't obvious that she had plastic surgery. She seemed knowledgeable, but it just kind of seemed like she was saying the same things that everybody else was saying.
So yeah, I had top surgery. I'm trans. I had very large boobs, so that's like, I don't want those anymore, so that's how I did my surgery.
I come from a very Italian family, so it was that very stereotypical, like, Italian nose. It was a closed procedure, so they went through the inside, shaved off the bump, changed the tip a little bit, and so now I have the slope nose and all that. Yeah.
The amount of girls who had rhinoplasties there, it was one of us. Anna and Miranda gave very, very convincing answers, and Jade's were a little more stereotypical, and honestly, the look of her nose, she mentioned she had a dorsal hump removed, but there was still a little bit of a bump there. I'd always been self-conscious of my nose, and I like
You
begged
have
my
a
parents,
bump
like,
too.
no, absolutely not. So
She
I
got a
told my
bump
parents, how about
too.
when I'm 18? They're like, sure, if you still want it when you're 18, we can help you.
I
pay
mean,
for
it
I was
doesn't
like,
look.
So when I'm 18, I go up, I'm like, I'm ready. And they're like, oh, seriously? We didn't think, like, you'd actually want that. And
She's
I was
a
like,
liar, bro.
No, I do. So I went ahead and got it.
The first one was kind of like yours. It was more correctional. And a lot of people don't know what labiaplasty is. That's surgery on your vaginal area to tighten the skin. I ended up getting rhinoplasty 2 years later. And that was kind of more for just cosmetic reasons. I was in pageants and I just wanted to have a better look and feel more confident.
I think especially in this environment when everyone could relate to some kind of plastic surgery, it was very non-judgmental. And I think over the years I've been a lot more, like, comfortable talking about it.
For those of you who had to, like, pay out of pocket, how much did it end up costing you all?
Insurance covered some of it, but my parents did pay between $8,000 and $10,000.
What was covered by insurance?
The breathing part, because my septum was shifted, so I
get filler put in because the revision didn't fix what it was supposed to fix. But the initial procedure was $9,000.
How long did you wait before you got the revision?
So I got the first one summer before I went to freshman year in high school, and then I got the revision winter break of my senior year. So yeah.
I paid out of pocket $4,500 for mine.
I always thought you had to have a lot of money to have plastic surgery. And I always thought plastic surgery was cosmetic too. I didn't know that it was also correctional.
I was still under my parents' insurance when I did it, and I don't know actually how much it was. I know it was partially covered because I had the septo and the rhino together.
Anna had said some of it was covered by insurance and some of it wasn't. I was just like, okay, but like, how long ago was that? When did you get your surgery? When did you recover? It wasn't quite lining up in my head. No insurance covered it. It was $10,000. Literally since like high school, my first job. Saved up. Yeah, little by little.
That's a lot saving up.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's a stigma with plastic surgery?
Oh yeah.
Like in culture that people think that you're vain if you've had it?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. Especially like cosmetic reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
I can't really say too much because I don't know anything about plastic surgery or, so it's just entertaining to learn. Kicked her out. Oh, I know her.
A lot of people probably don't know about cosmetic surgery on moles. I think they saw me moling and they hating. I feel like it's too soon.
I don't know.
So who would you say, like, supported you the most through, like, the recovery?
My mom.
Yeah, me too.
My mom like slept in my room for the whole like first week because I was just in agony and not sleeping. I always say she's like an angel for doing that.
Yeah, that's how I feel
Thanks,
too.
Mom.
I did mine behind my mother's back. I didn't want them to know. I didn't want anybody to
Did
know.
you tell other people in your life, or no? Was it just
Not till after, because I didn't have like as much support going in. I didn't want them to know that I was getting it done. I didn't want them to try to stop me. I just didn't want the negative stigma to convince me not to do it. So it was something I did independently on my own.
My parents were incredibly supportive. They didn't love that I was getting the surgery at first, especially with like the whole Jewish identity. Making your nose smaller and getting rid of the bump is just like kind of erasing your Jewish culture, which they really weren't pleased with. But once I got the surgery, they're very loving people, so they supported me.
I get that about the ethnicity because I'm half Lebanese, and like a lot of people in my family have ethnic noses. And one of my cousins asked me that, like, well, if you have kids and they have a bump on their nose, are you going to tell them they need to change it? And I was like, no. I think
That's
there's,
a
like,
good
this balance
question, though.
between embracing who you are and also recognizing that, like, if you change something and it's going to give you this much more confidence, then yeah, do that. Like, there's no judgment there. Who supported you?
My mom, for sure. She's the one who, like, took care of me. Like, everyone knew, but my dad doesn't. Still doesn't. I mean, he will now. I'm literally going to send him a link to this, but... Because, like, in his eyes, I'm his daughter, I'm beautiful. Like, he didn't want me to ever do that, So I couldn't. I was too scared to tell him.
Would you guys say it affected your life in any way? Like, changed anything?
I mean, like, confidence, for sure. Yeah. 100%.
For me, it was just like being trans too. Like, again, I grew up in Michigan and that wasn't a thing. So, like, it was a coupling with like getting the surgery and also like coming out as trans. But now I'm like, I'm looking amazing. Like, let's go to the beach or something.
I think I used to be a little more judgmental with like, oh, like, why do you wear like so much makeup every single day? I mean, now I wear a lot of makeup, but like other people's choices when it comes to self-confidence, I feel a lot more empathetic towards, because the pain it took to like go through that and like making that decision for myself, it took a lot, and I understand that people are going to go to like extreme measures to really build their self-confidence.
This is gonna be hard, guys, because their stories seem so valid, you know? You can tell that a lot of them, they were talking from the heart, from their experience. Let me skip this ad, because this ad is doing too much.
I have really oily skin, which is why I really love Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15.
But yeah, a lot of them were talking from experiences, and it seemed very genuine. So this is gonna be a hard guess. I have no idea who it could be. Oh wow.
It's a very hard thing to tell. Mine was pretty typical rhinoplasty story, so I was like, okay, well, makes sense. Raise your hand if you're certain that the mole is still in the box and you would like to continue the video.
I don't know. I was second guessing myself. In my gut, I felt like Anna could possibly be a mole. And I started questioning Miranda, just because I thought maybe she was supposed to throw us off. She had the perfect, or the typical plastics. Oh, that sounds bad.
If the lights turn green, the water will go out. If the lights turn red, the mole is still in the box and leaves.
Lord Jesus. Good job, good job.
Thank you for not lying.
Can you please step forward?
I knew it.
I'm like, you're all, yeah. Just all of their eyes on me. I was just like a science project, you know, and they were just... I feel like I had my facts down. I was ready to get specific too. It's just they didn't buy mine.
Make it rain.
Oh my god. I'm so proud of us. Damn.
No one's gonna dispute me being trans. I mean, I knew that signing up for it. I was like, this is like my one to be in. Like, I knew that I would get to the end.
After all that work.
It was hard. Yeah, I feel like I won the lottery.
Even though I'm such a proponent of like there's no like look to being someone with plastic surgery, I definitely like learned to challenge my own beliefs and like judgments, because I was definitely looking people like, okay, who looks like they've had plastic surgery?
Yeah,
I should.
That's kind of how I came into this. I'm like, who looks like they've had plastic surgery, but
Created that a lot.
Because it's not always about changing how the world sees you, but it's about being comfortable in the body that you're in.
I think that people think that people who get plastic surgery are insecure and vain, and I don't think that's necessarily true. I think it's a very brave thing to go out and change your body
Her nose
for
looks
the
nice.
purpose of loving yourself even more.
What
her
is
nose looks
virginity?
really good.
No, it's
But
like
is like oral sex? Is that?
So guys, we're done watching this. Yeah, I didn't know too much about this. I was just like quiet, but I learned a lot. I really did. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure to subscribe, share, and comment. Please comment what you would like me to watch. I need some suggestions, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, comment, share, subscribe, and like. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace.